What's the worst way someone tried to force a family legacy on your kid? In my husband's family, every firstborn daughter for 5 generations has been named Victoria. When I first met Daniel's parents, they seemed like reasonable people despite their old-fashioned values. Their home was filled with portraits and memorabilia of all the Victorias, 5 generations of women with the same stern expression staring down at me during holiday gatherings. I knew about the tradition before we got married, but I never thought they'd actually expect us to continue it. My grandmother's name was Victoria, and she abandoned my mother when she was just 3 years old, leaving her to bounce between foster homes until adulthood. The name carried nothing but pain for my family. I tried explaining this to Daniel's parents early in our relationship, but his mother simply smiled and said, "Our Victorias have always been pillars of strength and dignity. Your grandmother's choices have nothing to do with our family legacy." When the pregnancy test showed positive, Daniel was ecstatic. He twirled me around our living room, already talking about nursery colors and baby names. I suggested we wait to find out the gender, hoping for a boy to avoid the inevitable conflict. His parents insisted on throwing us a gender reveal party, and when pink confetti rained down on us, I saw the gleam in my mother-in-law's eyes. She immediately began referring to the baby as Little Victoria and sent us a monogrammed baby blanket the very next day. Daniel tried to stay neutral, saying we had time to decide, but I could see him weakening under his mother's constant pressure. At 20 weeks, she organized a Victoria shower without consulting me, inviting extended family members who all brought gifts emblazoned with our unborn daughter's name. When I tried to correct them, saying we hadn't decided yet, my mother-in-law laughed it off as pregnancy hormones. By the 7th month, Daniel was fully under his parents' spell. "It's just a name," he'd say, "and it would mean so much to my family." I reminded him about my grandmother, about the pain the name carried for me. "That's your grandmother, not our daughter," he argued. "Our Victoria will create her own legacy." 3 weeks before my due date, I discovered they had already ordered a birth certificate with the name Victoria Elizabeth, the same middle name as all the previous Victorias. Daniel had signed the paperwork without telling me. That night, I packed a bag and drove to my mother's house, ignoring his frantic calls and texts. I gave birth to our daughter with my mother by my side instead of my husband. When the nurse asked for a name, I said Olivia Rose without hesitation. Daniel showed up at the hospital the next day, his parents in tow, carrying Victoria embroidered everything. His mother pushed past me to see the baby, already cooing Victoria before she even reached the bassinet. When she saw the name card reading Olivia Rose, she turned pale. "There must be some mistake," she stammered. Daniel looked at the card, then at me, understanding slowly dawning on his face. His father demanded I change it immediately, saying I had no right to break their family tradition. I reminded them I had every right as her mother, and if they couldn't respect that, they wouldn't be part of Olivia's life. That night, after Daniel's parents